Hi guys, I'm going to make a video real quick just explaining how I came up with the colors for my mood board. I know a lot of people are using Google and Pinterest and things like that to come up with color combinations, which is an awesome idea as well. And I wanted to show you what I did to use a picture I found on the internet several months ago that I liked the color combinations and how I was able to figure out exactly what colors those colors in the picture were and then transfer them onto my mood board. So I'm going to show you how I did that really quick. So let me screen share. Okay, so I found this really cool site called coloradobe.com, and it's basically just a huge color wheel that enables you to come up with all different types of color combinations. So over here, there's all different ways to come up with color combinations, which we're looking at right now is analog, monochromatic they have, triad, complementary, compound, shades, and then custom. And basically, if you wanted to, you can play around with these dials and just come up with all these different color combinations. That's a feature that they have. That's just fun to play around with. And they also have this up here. It says Explore. If you click Explore, they have themes, most popular, most used, and then random. You can literally scroll through, just thousands of combinations that other people have put together, and then they come up with cute little names to name whatever their color combination is. But that's a cute way to come up with some ideas as well, that something might speak to you that way. But what I really wanted to show you was, going back to the home page, this little feature that I found over here where you can create a color combination from an existing image. So if I click on there, I'm going to find the picture. Probably would help if I was prepared. Where did I put it? Okay. Okay. So this particular picture it was actually an advertisement for some company, and I erased out their company name and everything, and just kind of have used this picture for some coach business op calls and things like that, because I really like the like the white on white, really muted shades that are in this color. So I wanted to figure out exactly what these colors were so that I can kind of copy it. So if you notice, what happens is your photo shows up here, and then these 5 little circles show up that you can move around. So you can move around to different parts of the screen and what colors you like. So I really like this beachy blue. And you can see if you move it around down here at the bottom here, it's changing the shade just a bit. So you can just find what shade you like. I like this blue in this book, but I like it kind of like to have some gray in it. Okay, and then I like this purple, but again, I want it to have gray. So I'm gonna kind of try to find a color that has some gray, whatever, it doesn't matter. And then I like the gray in the sweatpants. Okay, let's just go with that. So let's say that's the color combination that I want to use, and I want to duplicate these. So what I'm going to do over here is I'm going to save this color combination, and I can name it whatever I want to name it. I'll just name it test colors. Okay, so what you can do then is you can go to My Themes, and here's the one we just created called Test Colors, and you can click on Edit. You click on Edit and you scroll down a bit, and you'll see each one of these colors has this hex number and letter combination, and each one is different. So what you can do from that is you can then go to PicMonkey. Okay. You're going to design your mood board, and let's say you want the canvas color to be, I wish I could fit all these on the screen at the same time. Okay, sorry. You want your canvas color, let's say you want it to be this real light beachy blue. So you're going to type in, now you could do this, which I think some people do, is they just play around with this and they try to find the closest combination to that color. which becomes really frustrating. It's just much easier to right up here, type in the hex number, and then you're guaranteed to get the exact color you want. So I'm going to type in this hex number for this beachy blue, which is C9E8EB. Okay, and there's the exact color. And then let's say I'm going to add some text. Okay. Okay. And I want this to be the, let's say I want this to be this darker purple. I'm going to then add in that hex color, 8083E9. Okay, so basically what you can do is, I actually, once I got my color combination, I printed this screen so that I'd have the hex numbers, real easy access to them. And then when I created my mood board, I just pretty much did I think I did the background in this really almost a white background. And then I went ahead and I added the colors and wrote in the hex numbers for each of the different colors. And then once I did that, I could throw away this thing that I printed here. But I just thought it was a cool way to find a picture that may speak to you when you're trying to figure out, well, what colors are these? And without trying to guess and come up with the closest match, this is a way to actually find the exact match for those colors. So I just thought it was cool, wanted to share it with you, and I hope it helped. Bye, guys.